back to the channel. In today's series, we will be discussing about the military system in Solplex. So, over here, you can see over here is the military station in Solplex. If I click it up, you can see over here. Then we have 6 types of military in Solplex. So we have the 6 classes. So we have the K unit, we have the S unit, we have the M unit, we have the O unit, we have the A unit, and we have the T unit. I'll go through that in a bit. So first and foremost, let me tell you how the military system works. All the military in Solplex, they all survive on NU. And see why they all survive on NU. So yeah, they all survive on NU. That's their food, they consume NU. So for instance, let's get over to the K1. The K1 unit. So firstly, let's talk about the K units. The K units are actually the lowest units in Solplex. Yeah, it's all the K units. And before you can unlock the K units, you need to build a soldier's cradle, which you can find. Over here. It's a soldier's cradle. You need a soldier's cradle to deploy the K units. Then you can check out their stats. You have the speed of 8, attack of 10, and the carry capacity of 10. NU conversion of 1. The speed of a unit is used when trying to go for a raid or trying to go for an attack. I'll tell you guys more about that. Then the attack is the attack speed. The attack is the attack dealt to an opponent, maybe doing attack or doing defense. Then the carry capacity is 10, then NU conversion is 1. As I said before, soldiers survive on NU. Same goes to the K2. You can see the stats over here. Same goes to the K3. Then let's move over to the Ace unit. The Ace unit are spy units. You can see over here. Scouts capable of retrieving valuable information about enemy's colony, as well as defending against T units. So they are the only units that can defend against the T unit. They have a speed of 18.5, attack of 12, and NU conversion of 1. Then we have I think you need a building for that also. So each of them has their own special building. You can see over here. Can I get that? Yeah, the outcast cradle allows the deployment of the Ace units. So when you get an outcast cradle, you can deploy an Ace unit and you use the production time and the unit speed. Then we have the M units, the M1, which is attack of 13 and speed of 13, attack of 13, and the carry capacity of 30. NU conversion of 1.5. The carry capacity is the capacity a single unit can carry when you are going out for raid. So if you take out like about 10 M1, then you can calculate that will be 10 times 30, so you can get a total of 300 loot, 300 resources from our opponent's base during raiding. I'll show you more about that. Then we have the M2, we have the M3, which is good when it comes to the aim unit. I think it's actually the best, the M3. Then you also need a building. You also need a building for that. Yeah, see the war mission workshop. So you have seen the production of the aim units. That's the production of the aim units. You also need a building for that. Then we have the O units. O units are destructive units. These are units capable of destroying buildings. So if you feel like attacking an opponent and you don't want to actually go after his resources. You just want to demolish his building. You use the O units. They are the only units that can destroy buildings, and the T unit. But you consider the O unit is very, very specific. Then we have the A unit, which is actually the base unit in Solplex currently. You can see over here, these are the speed of 24, attack of 67, carry capacity of 80, and the NU consumption of 2. The A1 units are very, very defensive units, so you need to be have that in your base once, at least few of them. So yeah, have them in your base. They are good at defending against all types of units except the O and the T units. Then we have the A2, which has a speed of 27, attack of 123.6. Then you have the carry capacity of 600 and the NU conversion of 2. So the A units consume more NU. So if you have about 20 A2, you can calculate that with 20 times 2. It should give you the total number of conversion you get over here. So the more units you have in your base, the more your NU drops faster. And you can see over here, I'm actually running of minus 181, which is not a good way. I'll work on that. Then we have the A3 units, which are good attacking units. Then lastly, we head over to the T unit. T unit can see why a suicide destroyer that always dies during the attack. Damage inflicted depends on the amount of T unit set on an amount of AC in the defending column. So the T unit is a suicide unit, it's like a bomb. Once it's deployed, I got some over here. Once the T unit are deployed, they don't return back. It's a T unit. But the only way they can be defended against, they can only be defended against the AC unit. So the AC unit has the capacity of stopping the T unit. So the more AC unit you have on your base, the more safe you are against the T unit. But yeah. And you also need the AC unit. These are very, very important units. You need to have them on your base. Because for instance, if I want to go outside my colony and scout an opponent's colony, the opponents can't have an idea, can't be notified that I got information from his colony. Only when he has an AC unit. If he doesn't have an AC unit, he doesn't have an information that I came into his colony and scouted. I can go inside there with his A unit and his K units, yeah, they're all active, but I can go inside there and get information as I did over here. I scouted his building. I scouted his building. I got into this colony. I scouted his building and I got this information. He might have other units on his base, but they won't notify him that I've been scouted or he has been scouted unless he has an ace unit on his base. So ace units are very, very nice units to have on your base. They are not fighting units, but they are good for defensive to give you information about what goes in and what goes out of your base. Yeah. Then that's all for the units. Then I'll show you guys how the unit works. We have over here Colony Army. Currently I have about 155 of them. These are the K1s, the A1, the A2, A3, AC units, as I said, they are just here. And the T units. Yeah. So this are where the units stay. Get information about them while. Then if I want to attack, let me say for instance, as I said before about the trading Solplex, the longer the distance between your opponents and your base is the longer time to take for it to arrive. For instance, if I want to attack him, or maybe him, for instance, if I want to attack him, you can see why it will take me about 47 minutes. It will take me about 47 minutes to get to that destination. But if I want to attack him, still with the same K1 unit, it take me about 21 minutes. It take me 21 minutes. So the longer the distance, the longer time it takes to you need to arrive. Then why here? Let me make an attack. You get to attack. Over here is a reinforcement session. You want to send reinforcement to your opponents. You have the reinforcement session. Then we have the attack session. Then you have the send resources. So if you want to send resources to your opponents or to your clan member or to your friend, you can do that over here. So you click number of resources you want to send and you can assign that. So let's get back to the attack. Over here, some units has their own special abilities. Like over here, you see capture resources. You have over here, you have the destruction, as I said before. The T units are good for destruction. Then you have the assistant, which is the reinforcement. So you can send reinforcement to your opponents or your friend. Then we have the spies, which are the ace units. So if I want to get information about my opponent, I can get information about his building, his defense, or his resources. But most of the times, I mostly have going for the defense and the resources because probably if I scout on his resources and he has an ace unit on his base, I will probably know that he's ready for any form of attack and is good. So most of the times, if I scout on his resources and like my ace unit get destroyed, I might actually back out, or I can send him more ace units for to see how strong his defenses are. So let me scout on his resources. You see if I click on some ace units, it doesn't matter the number. I just see the program. So send 5 scouts towards base. Then you have here the K1, the K1 units. Yeah, these are the K1 units. As I said, they are this one of the least units in the game. I don't really advise players using the K1 for raiding. So let's talk about the speed of the unit. For instance, this is my opponent. I'm trying to get an attack on him with some K1 units. You can see why it will take me 21 minutes. It takes me 21 minutes and 12 seconds to arrive at this colony. I don't have some. I can show you some enemies. Then that same attack, I can try using the A1 unit, which will take me 7 minutes. If I try using the A2 unit, it will take me 6 minutes. And if I try using the A3 unit, it will take me 5 minutes. So that is where the attack, the speed of the units comes in. That's when you see the effect of the speed of the units. Then same goes with the destruction, the T units, which are like suicide bombs. So I can send them over here. Can send them to a random. They attack defensive units. So I can choose either the colonial wall, the horizontal wall, or the gravity shield, or the random units, random targets. So I don't think I really need to give him destroys walls. He's a new player, so I'm not trying to bully him or kind of stuff. Yeah, but you understand how the T units work, they are destructive units. I can show you my logs of some T unit attack. I'll show that. Then we have the assistants. The assistants are what you send reinforcement to him. You should know how your reinforcement work. Send backup to stay on his base. But the only disadvantage I get when getting reinforcement is that when you send out reinforcement to an opponent, the reinforcement fit on your NU. So you need to have enough NU on your colony, and you need to have enough upgraded agrogenesis, which help in the reduction of the energy consumption per soldier. Then we have the spy, like I said before. So that will be all for that. So I can head over to my I can head over and show you guys some of my raiding logs. Or I got raided. For instance, this was few months ago. Here's some attack from my neighbor. He came in with M10, M2, 10, M3, 20, and A2, 20, and A3, 20. So he attacked me. I had 16 A3 on my base. He killed all of them because they provided us stronger units. So I lost this amount of resources. Lost amount of resources. Then you can see over here is other attacks. With some, as I said before, the AO units are destructive units. So with the help of the O unit, it took down my agrogenesis from level 1 down to level 0. Same thing goes here. Same thing goes here. Same thing goes there. Same thing goes there. Same thing goes there. And you can see the color difference. When it shows green color, it means that you attack without any interceptions. If it shows the yellow color, sorry about this. If it shows the yellow color, you were attacked and you were intercepted. While it shows the red color, your building was completely destroyed. See why everything was completely destroyed. I killed everything. So you can see why horizontal wall from level 1 to level 8 with the help of the OEDIT. The help of the OEDIT from level 1 down to from level 8 down to level 1. Then you can see over here. It's a lot of attacks. It was during the Alliance War. See over here. Took my with the help of the OEDIT once again. Took my ballistic plantation from level 6 down to level 0. So that's what the O unit is for. They are destructive units. Same thing goes here with the T unit. Took down my colony wall with the T unit, with the help of the T unit. Took down my colony wall. And you see over here, in that process, he lost all his T units. As I said, T units are destructive units, so you can use only one time. It's like a bomb. So once you send it to your opponents, you can't get them back to your base. So that's all for that. When time goes on, you get used to it, but I pray you don't have problem with your neighbors because it's always kind of hard when you get bullied by a bigger player. That's why you need to join alliances and get familiar with people on Discord and get familiar with other players. So that is that for the attack and the military. Thank you guys. In the next tutorial, I'll probably be talking about the trading session in Solplex. So stay tuned. Thank you. See you next time. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. God bless you all.